Welcome. This presentation is about the purposes of assessment. Why do we do them? First of all, the definition, according to our textbook by McLaughlin and Lewis, assessment is the process of gathering information for the purpose of making a decision. So the whole reason we're doing this, why we're testing, is so that we can make a decision about the student's studies. Assessment purposes. Educators of students with disabilities are held accountable for ongoing evaluation and learning. So it is our duty, it is our requirement, and we should also be doing it because it's the right thing to do. And to best do this, educators have turned toward curriculum-based assessments. That is, procedures and techniques that evaluate student growth in relation to the general classroom. So we're monitoring that a little bit closer. We're doing the curriculum-based assessments so that we can continue to provide new and better adjustments to both our teaching and the students' learning. It is of utmost importance concerning the lives of these students that we have the most reliable data possible. And so that's why we choose, aside from the curriculum-based assessments, that's why we are choosing tests, standardized tests like the Woodcock-Johnson 3 or the Peabody or the Wechsler scale to measure that to get the best results that we can. Therefore, we must be sure to access and administer assessments of the highest quality and be sure to administer them according to each test's proper protocol. Because if we're not following the test's guidelines, then we are not getting the most reliable data or doing it the right way. So we got to be sure to do it the right way to get the most reliable data. What kind of tests are out there? Some of these you might know. The Basic School Skills Inventory, the Diagnostic Achievement Battery, the Hamel Multi-Ability Achievement Test, the Kaufman Test of Educational Achievement, the Peabody Individual Achievement Test, the Wechsler Individual Achievement Test, the Wide Range Achievement Test, and the one we use most at our school here, the Woodcock-Johnson 3, which I'm sure we've used on many of your students to, especially those that were doing initials. We're initially qualifying them for that or re-qualifying them like we are required to do every 3 years. So as far as the Woodcock-Johnson goes, proper protocol dictates we follow those administration procedures. And on that Woodcock-Johnson, which is a norm reference measure of 42 subtests, has the ability to fine-tune the test selection to match the student needs. So this is a great way to hone in on Joe's math struggles or Jenny's writing issues. We do have with the Woodcock-Johnson the capacity to assess both learning aptitude and academic performance. So this is somewhat of a unique feature for this Woodcock-Johnson. For the standard battery, the test is not too bad. It's an hour to an hour and 10 minutes. And it includes tests in the subject response booklet, time tests, and audio recorded tests. And as with most, students must be able to attend to test tasks for several minutes at a time. Continuing on with the Woodcock-Johnson, English language skills are necessary. However, there is a Spanish version which we can use when deemed appropriate. Reading skills are required on all reading and written tests. Students do respond orally on many subtests. And writing is required on reading fluency, calculation, math fluency, and all written expression subtests. The 3 fluency subtests are timed, and an audio tape recording is used in the administration of 5 of those 42 subtests. So pretty intensive, the Woodcock-Johnson, pretty all-encompassing, intensive test, a way to fine-tune, hone in on the skills we need to work on. Results are available for more than 40 subtests, and it does make interpretation complicated. So caution is warranted and recommended. This does yield 4 types of information: qualitative, level of development, proficiency, and a student's relative standing in a group. And lastly, choosing the Woodcock-Johnson 3. As I mentioned, we use it here the most. I find that it is one of the best. And the Woodcock-Johnson 3 does appear to be or is a useful measure for the assessment of school performance. And it goes across a wide range of academic areas and ages. However, its results are not specific enough to help drive your curriculum or instructional planning. Its purpose really is the identification of those skill areas in which students are showing poor performance in relation to their peers. My references are the book Assessing Students with Special Needs by McLaughlin and Lewis. Thank you.